Hey, imaginary friends. So I haven't been doing the vlog, and I want to, and I apologize. Um, Suffering from fibro. Honestly, I have so little sometimes that I felt cheapening this effort with 10-second updates of I've been dying. I'm sorry. Goodbye. And I don't feel I have anything important enough to upload every day. I do suffer from depression, but there's so many people out there suffering from depression. There's so much information. There's entire support centers and charities now. There's websites you can go to where you can look everything up. And so I haven't updated that with this. And what was the other one? Sorry, I'm really loopy today. And yeah, I felt like I was cheapening there, and with the depression, it wasn't there to do the. But my fibromyalgia, I realize I've struggled to find a lot of info out there, and I know how hard it is. And it's not even so much that; it's more there's we're people that suffer from pain every day, exhaustion, depression. I mean, the symptoms, if you ever really want to see sort of hell on earth, okay, well, not hell on earth. I'll say the top 100 worst things you could get, maybe, that aren't like flesh eating viruses. I mean, I would never compare us with any of the big ones. The big C, no. I'll take this over. Okay, moving on. Like I said, loopy today, so I'm going to apologize, and I'm not, yeah. Um, so I'm probably going to change this to fibro. Um, Katrina uh, actually made a comment about a cause of fibro, and I realized that there's a lot of information out there, and it's all people saying different things that work, didn't work, that they found that they didn't find, and every time you see one theory, you see about 10 opposing views, and then you see more support. And what she pointed out was um, fillings, metal fillings. The the link that they found in or that they see. Remember, correlation is not always causation, but it has seemed promising. And there's been some, I think there's been some studies. I'm trying to remember because this is one of the things I found 6-7 years ago. No, my wife found. Sorry, my wife found 6-7 years ago. Something like that, where the metal fillings in that they did in dental work, what they found was like some of those in certain levels were toxic to the body, or some people were allergic, or in some way the body rejected it, and they weren't meant to fall apart, but they do. And I mean, basically, you use anything long enough. Look at Grand Canyon. And they found that, or that they were finding that whatever's in there that's getting into your system was like causing symptoms of like fibro, or causing fibro, or any of a number of things. And there are people that found that, then went in the dentist, had it all redone, and came out feeling 1,000,000,000%. If you feel like that is possibly the case, I highly recommend a full blood work done, because they will generally spot if you have anything higher than the levels that you need. A lot of those things happening are causing that. You may have to have allergy tests, things like that. But that's a handful of people. It's 1 in 10 maybe that heard about it and thought about it, and tested it or whatever. So that's even high. I don't even know if that's high. A link with that too. So if you really do believe that possibly that's the case, if you've had surgery and you've had any hardware, any metal put in your body, again, a small percentage have found that either something was left in there, or your body attacked it, something happened, and it's corroding the hardware that's in your system and causing the symptoms. And in that case, again, blood work, get test, check things up, and if you really, really, really feel like it's worth it, go for it. I did do a bunch of blood work on that. They've checked all of it on me, and it's not me. So, but I highly recommend it if you think that's a case to look into it. Trying to think what else they've said. Another thing that they're finding is different medications. I know there's now a recent study that opiates. I don't think it was official. I think like a nurse or somebody brought it up, and I think they've looked into it now. If you are on opiates, they found that your pain centers are more susceptible to pain. Like being on them, you feel pain more acutely. So if you're on something like that, that's definitely a place to look. Trying to think what else. Oh, arthritis. Arthritis is another one. You need to take a look at your joints if you think that's going on. My joints are the worst part of my fibro for me. And that can be a large issue with what's going on. If fibro could also be masked MS. So if they haven't done an MRI on your head and you've been diagnosed with fibro, you may want to insist on that, because if there's scarring there, you have MS, it's a bigger deal. Get in, get looked. I'm trying to think what else. You need to check your diet. There has been studies that have shown dropping gluten and casein has affected the fibro outbreaks. I know about this because I have this is all my wife. My wife is phenomenal and has made my life better for her being in it. And she has done all I told her ages ago, because she's into homeopathy and all that, and she's not she believes in, like, herbs and things of note, and she does research on the studies. She's really in depth, and which is how I bumped into some of the stuff I've ranted about on here. So one of the things that you can try is get rid of gluten and casein. And I say both. Some people just knock gluten out, boom, gone. Some people knock casein, which is it's the protein in dairy. Pretty sure it's a protein in dairy. Like, that means no butter, no cheese, no milk. It's a tough life. And there are a lot of people that won't try it. I did. And yeah, it's interesting. It didn't work for me. I think I'm going to try the gluten again here soon, because I'm thinking some of my flare-ups. It didn't remove anything, but I think my flare-ups can be caused. And that's another thing you need to look into. Your diet. Your diet is huge. You could have an allergy that you don't know. You could be eating something that causes the flare-up. For instance, to give you an idea, my wife does extracts and stuff. So we did an extract, and I would use it because it was, the main ingredient helped me. And it didn't seem to work for me. And come to find out, I'm trying to remember how I found out. I think one time I got like desperate or something. I tried more of the extract, which is made with, it's an alcohol extract. And I got worse. Now, mind you, the stuff in it, and I've already explained, I'm not going back there for this, because it's just, I got worse, and I'm like, what the heck? And I had a theory pop in my head. I'm like, no way. So I tried, she was using, I don't drink. I don't do alcohol. But she had vodka, because that's how you do the extract. And I'm like, you know what? Take a shot. Yeah, I got a horrific flare-up. Horrific. Lasted like 2 days. Like, you gotta be kidding me. And I'm very much a, correlation is not causation. So I'm like, all right, 2 times. If it's repeatable, I know it's an issue. Dig in, boom, flare up, done. Won't ever touch anything with it in again. I don't know. I got to look into now if cooked, like cooking wine and stuff. You know, when you cook out the alcohol and all that, if it's the actual alcohol content or if it's the, and that's my guess, is because I don't eat much with alcohol, and I do eat grains and stuff. But, okay, so that's another thing. You need to look into your diet. Where you live can be a large part of it. I was living in a different state. I'm now in good old Colorado, and oh my gosh, as my wife said earlier, this state hates me. And that's because there's the joke of, you know, if you don't like the weather in Colorado, wait 5 minutes. So today, right now, it's about 50 degrees. Yesterday it was 70. I believe the next couple of days it's going to snow. Then it's going to go back to probably 70, and it might rain. Or it is the worst weather that I've ever. I'm sure there's worse out there, but because of the barometric pressure dropping up, I guarantee flare-ups. I'm having one now because it's coming again, and it's. You don't frighten us, English pig dogs! My apologies. That's actually that's my phone. So, and I'm trying to think if I haven't covered anything. There's a bunch more other issues out there. I've heard of going on cleanses. I've done some research on cleanses. Not impressed. No, I sorry. Like I said, I'm very fuzzy, but you need to look into diet, medication. Like I said, there are a couple hidden, like illnesses that cause the symptoms of fibro, and yeah, and the metal thing is also a possibility. So those are a few that I can think of. If I come up with more, I'll try and talk on them. I just wanted to cover this because it was a very good point, and I realized I hadn't done much about that. And like I said, I think I'm probably going to start this back up with fibro. Yeah, please, if you have any questions, if you want me to continue with anything I've touched on here, if you just, whatever I can assist with, I will. This is a real big issue for me. It's a large part of my life. It's what I suffer through. And it causes a lot of questions, and maybe I need to start helping. Thank you so much for listening. You know, stay a little crazy, keeps you sane, right? Take care.